A powerful message has emerged from Washington that resonates across the Sikh diaspora and the broader global community advocating for justice. US President Donald Trump's recent letter to Gurpatwant Singh Pannun, leader of the pro-Khalistan group Sikh for Justice, marks a remarkable diplomatic setback for India. This letter is more than just correspondence. It symbolizes the crumbling of India's international efforts to suppress the Khalistan movement and the rising global acknowledgement of Sikh aspirations for self-determination. India has long tried to portray the Khalistan movement as a fringe or terrorist enterprise seeking to isolate it diplomatically. However, key international bodies have refused to fully endorse India's narrative. This has left India increasingly isolated on the global stage concerning this issue. The letter from President Trump, a figure who has publicly taken credit for mediating multiple ceasefire efforts between India and Pakistan, shatters India's claims by directly engaging with a leading Khalistan activist. For years, India has leveraged its diplomatic clout to criminalize and marginalize Khalistan advocates abroad. Gurpatwant Singh Pannun himself was declared a terrorist by the Indian government in 2020. A move intended to delegitimize his advocacy. Yet President Trump's decision to openly correspond with Pannun flies in the face of India's narrative. It signals a refusal by influential global players to accept India's version of the Khalistan issue without question. By addressing Pannun respectfully and affirming his commitment to American values and citizens' rights, Trump implicitly acknowledges the legitimacy of the Sikh community's concerns. This act undermines India's portrayal of Khalistan activists as mere extremists, repositioning them as stakeholders worthy of diplomatic engagement. Such a public gesture from US President reverberates powerfully through international diplomatic corridors, making India's diplomatic failure starkly evident. The letter has invigorated Sikhs worldwide, many of whom have long campaigned for Khalistan's peaceful independence. It signals that their cause is gaining political currency beyond mere grassroots activism. Internationally, Sikhs now see a renewed platform to advance their demands with legitimacy and momentum. The significance of this letter transcends symbolism. It provides diplomatic leverage for Sikhs seeking recognition of their rights. It also bolsters the peaceful approach advocating by groups like Sikhs for Justice, demonstrating that non-violent democratic avenues for independence are gaining traction on the world stage. In practical terms, the letter legitimizes the planned Khalistan referendum scheduled for August 17th in Washington, D.C. This referendum intends to gauge global Sikh support for independence, gains added credibility through the association with President Trump's message. The timing could not be more critical as the referendum seeks to unite the Sikh diaspora and amplify their collective voice. Additionally, the letter emphasizes broader US policy priorities such as protecting citizens, securing national values, and defending rights, values that align closely with the Sikh community's quest for justice. Sikhs form a vibrant diaspora, estimated over 25 million globally, with significant populations in Canada, the UK, the USA, and Australia. International Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International have documented India's repeated attempts to suppress dissent in Punjab, including targeting Sikh activists abroad. This letter from President Trump is a watershed moment, a diplomatic confirmation that India's decades-long strategy to suppress the Khalistan movement internationally is faltering. It exposes India's inability to silence peaceful calls for self-determination and human rights, even among the global Sikh diaspora. For the Sikh community, the letter offers hope and validation, reaffirming that their struggle for justice is no longer confined to the margins but is part of a broader international dialogue on rights and sovereignty. As the August referendum approaches, the global community must watch closely. Will India recognize and respect the democratic aspirations of its Sikh population, or will it continue down the path of repression? This letter makes clear that the world eyes are on Kashmir and Punjab, not just as regional flashpoints, but as tests of democratic values and human rights in the 21st century. This is Amara Farid Baloch, and you're watching Nexus Bulletin.